Hi, my name is Jonathan Concepcion, and I am the lead developer and CEO of Galactic Slice. And in the past year, I've been working on OneBit Adventure and fine-tuning all of its lovely retro elements to be what it is today. And I would say without a doubt, I'm blown away at reaching over 400,000 users. However, a lot of the code in the game is really poorly done. Yeah, I would have to say I blame myself for it, but it's all a learning process. But today I wanted to take the time to share with you the next new project made with Unity. I don't normally post, I don't actually post anything on this channel aside from trailers, but I think it's time to start a devlog with the new project to sort of share what is going on with the new project, which will be called Dungeon of Greed. Dungeon of Greed, or shall we call it Greed, is the next generation of OneBit Adventure. I want this game to be a roguelike with procedural generation, multiplayer story, and importantly, animations, because OneBit had no animations. This one will have some animations. And also try to finish it by December. A lot on the list. Greed is sort of a sequel to OneBit in the sense that they're in the same universe, but I'll probably talk more about that in another video. The first step was to create the tile set, which unfortunately I am no artist, and I will happily admit that, but I commissioned a friend named Cluely who was able to whip up this awesome tile set with the Pico color palette, which by the way I would highly recommend Cluely if you need a person to make art. So with this tile set, I practically spent the month trying to make Greed's dungeon too procedural, with branching paths that were created organically by the code. But as you can see, it looks great and all, but when you look at the code, it's a little bit overwhelming. Of course, it could be optimized and fine-tuned, but I ended up finding it easier. I was just scrapping my original code since it was just a level generator, and it was just too much spaghetti. It wasn't until I did more research and also ran into a friend on Twitter, which led to just go on with a grid style generation. Grid style level generators are common in roguelikes, and while I wanted this game to be different in that aspect, I think, this will work great. I was able to make the grid that would plot points for possible rooms. It was also scalable in the sense of how big I wanted the map to be and how many connections to rooms there would be. Once the dungeon generates the map, it also deletes excess rooms that are impossible to reach by the player. After tuning the generator, I started creating room with Tiled, which is a free tile map software, and exported the rooms as JSON so I could load it dynamically. And done. The generator works perfectly, minus the objects not spawning, but that's because I haven't coded that part yet, but eventually we'll get there. Animation in Greed is a mix of sprite swapping and motion. I tuned the animation to give it more smooth look, but also time the movement of the actual character so it can be more fluid, so it almost feels like it's not a turn-based game, but it really is a turn-based game. I even gave the idle animation a bit of life by giving it a sort of a breathing animation just by moving the sprites a bit. Attacking animation was simple, and also, if you kind of can already tell, the pieces are modular as far as the head, the body, and also the left and right hand. So the attacking animation can work in all directions. I even made a defending shield animation, but not sure exactly when I will be using it. And that's all I have so far. In the next devlog, I will be going over enemy AI, the enemy animation, since there will be different enemy types, as well as starting the infrastructure for the player, since right now the player has no HP or damage. It doesn't even know what weapons it has, so we'll have to end up starting that along with the enemies. So definitely let me know in the comments what you think about Dungeon of Greed. I want to thank you guys for watching. This is Jonathan Concepcion logging out. I will catch you guys later.